They want to ban androids. I bet you Apple users are like, hell yeah, ban androids. They're trash. I personally like Android over Apple, or iOS as they call it. What about you? Do you like iOS?
I've always loved Android more.
Yep.
It's just more user friendly to me.
Yeah,
It's
that's not. It's not even to you. Just in general, it's more user friendly. Cause that was Android's selling point was Android's selling point was that I'm pretty sure we talked about this when I played this game. There's no way it didn't come up. Android's selling point was like, hey, just because you have to be the same doesn't mean you have to be the same. Like everybody has the same kind of phone, but you don't have to have the same kind of phone. So like, you know, and I'm sure like Android, like, you know, Apple users like, well, your phone, like, the phones don't have to be exactly the same. Like, you can have different ringtones on your iPhone and stuff like that. And it's like, sure, buddy, but it's not as easy to just drop an MP3 on your phone. And then just like select like use as.
It's also not as easy to just use third-party apps. Like,
yeah.
Apple doesn't like you using third-party apps at all.
That's because they, you know, they're dangerous. So, if I'm not mistaken, the twist at the end of the game was that Todd's daughter was an android.
Yeah.
I don't understand Todd.
He had an android made to replace his daughter.
Uh-huh.
Then his wife left, and then he got another android to take care of the house.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I don't understand him. Like, why didn't you just get an android to take care of the house? Because like,
so the place is a mess.
Because he's a sad man.
Washing, you cook the meals, and you take care of. God damn it! Where the fuck's the brat gone now? Alice, Alice. Oh, there you are. That's Alice. You look after her. Homework, bath, all that crap. Got it?
Yes, Todd.
Get started down here, then you go upstairs.
the video isn't playing. It's okay. So what's the flowchart like here? Oh my gosh. So, oh, I did everything here. I can just do I can do the bare minimum just to get by here.
That's when I happened to notice that there was a lot more gristers than
Oh, I have to play the entire fucking.
scurrying in and around one particular brick house. The groaning sound seemed to be coming from the alley beside it. Now, a lot of gristers.
I just don't understand. Like, if you don't want the girl, why? Why?
He wanted the girl, he just...
But he didn't! That's the problem.
What do you mean?
What I mean is, Todd didn't want the daughter.
No, he did. He just was angry and blamed. It was a physical thing for him to blame, more or less.
But that's the thing. He doesn't want her. Like, what I mean is, he could easily blame her. Like, he doesn't want her around. He knows he doesn't. Like, I think anybody else who played the game could, like, wouldn't argue that he hates having her. Because he's not taking care of her. Like, he has the android take care of his daughter. Like, it's been 2 weeks and he didn't do anything. I mean, that might have been our first.
You look bored.
That might have been the first clue that there's something up with the daughter, because
Aren't you going to school today?
it's there's another one. So 2 weeks have passed and the house is gone to shit, and I take care of the kid. You have an opportunity to ask her whether or not she's going to school, and when you do, she just kind of walks away. So I think they definitely gave you some kind of indicator that something's not right. But when you see Todd interact with the girl, like when you see Todd interact with her, it's very clear like he doesn't hit her even. Like it's just frustration. And I can only like wonder like why the fuck would you? Why wouldn't like? I'd understand if like at first you were like, yeah, I'm gonna get her just so I can have her around, so I can treat her like shit, just so I can be mad at her. Also, where's the top to this damn laundry detergent? And where's the Scoopy Scoop? But after so long, acetone, lithium, golly, there's a lot of garbage in that drug.
You shouldn't mess around with my stuff. It makes me nervous.
I'm sorry, Todd.
You just stay the fuck out of my business, unless you want to piss me off.
Todd, she was doing the stuff you act.
No, Todd.
Is that like, I don't get it. Like, cause you don't look like you're getting anything out of it. It looks like you're genuinely upset and frustrated, rather than like, you know, reveling in the fact that you get to abuse and torture these people. Well,
I think your mistake is that you seem to think that he's a rational human being.
no. I'm not. No, it's not rationalism. Rationality I'm looking for. Because rationalism I don't think is a word. It's just like the natural thing I would assume. If you get the opportunity to like have somebody and treat them like shit because they've upset you to no end, like I would assume like that's like you're happy about that. It's kind of like okay, so like in a movie, and I know this is the worst way to fucking do this. This is the worst way to do this. In a movie, okay, the like. When a motherfucker get the motherfucker. When somebody gets the opportunity to get the revenge they've so desired, they love shit. I can't talk. They take that opportunity to get all the revenge. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But in the situations when they can't get all the revenge because it doesn't give them the satisfaction they'd hoped for, they usually let the person go, or at the very least kill them and get like and just like this isn't as fun as I thought it would be, and they kill them and then they call it a day. You feel me? What I'm getting at is here with Todd, it doesn't look like he's enjoying having them to treat like shit. It feels more like he's genuinely frustrated that they're around. And they broke as a bitch. So like that's my question is like why not just send her away? Like why not just get rid of the android? Like why get another android when the first android I'm assuming he killed it. When you killed it, why didn't you just be like fuck it, like I'm done. Like why didn't you get rid of the girl too? Because I feel like that would have been like the most obvious of things to do. Like that's just me. But you don't mean shit. It's just my garbage ass opinion. And I'm not expecting. I don't assume that this dude is rational. I mean, look at the shit house they live in. The house probably isn't that bad. It just needs a good cleaning and it needs to be
I've made a good start down here. I'll head upstairs.
Do what you have to do, but stop bothering me.
Like, is that the thing? Because I know Misery loves company. But doesn't that usually mean that you want somebody in your life who is also, like, a garbage pile?
Well, normally you just want someone who's actually happy so you can bring them down.
Oh, okay. That's not what I thought that meant. I know he's getting high, but it's not like he was about to come. Okay, so tidy pills. Is this Todd's room? I think this is Todd's room. Yeah, it is. Right. I don't see Todd playing the guitar. You know what? He might have been a different person when he was when Todd was an adult. Like, cause right now he's not an adult, he's a husk. But like when he was married and like the baby was alive and the woman was, you know, when everything was good, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I feel like he might have been a better person. Like he seemed to love music. You know, it just seemed. I think he would have been a better person, like all together. But it just like and I guess that's just me. Like, is that me? Sure, it's me. Like, why would you keep somebody around to now, okay, I'm not asking why would you keep somebody around to treat them like shit. Cause I get that, oddly enough. I totally understand why you keep somebody around and treat them like shit. It's to treat them like shit. Because you feel better that you're making somebody else miserable. Like, I get that. But when it clearly doesn't bring you joy, why keep doing it? Contains risk of behavioral disorders. Oh, shit. Okay. It did that. Okay, I gotta clean the bathroom. I gotta clean the bathroom.
Watch it.
Golly, it's like, I don't like this man. And I'm not even I know I'm not supposed to, but I don't like this man. Todd's a bastard, man, Mark. Alright. That was the toilet.
What if I told you there's a timeline where you can potentially try to redeem him?
Is there?
Yes.
Can I not kill him? Not killing him is totally an option.
I only
It
need
totally
2
is.
minutes. Is that okay, Alice?
Okay, let's go across and like clean the bathroom first. And then clean her room. Because
Also, for whatever reason, if you don't quit when you die and then load the game in Resident Evil, it adds time.
that makes sense. Adds time as a penalty?
Yeah, like if you just choose to continue after you die, then you add time, but if you quit and then load the game, it does not.
That's mildly fair, I guess. I mean, it's one of those things where I feel like they should have just like cut that out, given that there was a way around it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because I realize the idea is like if you get stuck somewhere, you should be penalized for having to take so long on this part.
I'm just gonna be the guy who say this, which I'm sure I said this when we played this game, which was like 4 games ago at this point. Why the hell would you have a full bath upstairs and a half bath upstairs? That seems stupid. Like if I'm going upstairs, why have more than one? I understand having more than one bathroom upstairs. I totally get that. But the question I'm asking is, wouldn't it make more sense to just be able to I'm gonna ruin this game. I'm going to ruin it. I'm going to ruin it. Okay.
I don't disagree with you.
Alright. I basically spent this whole chapter. Can I not talk to Alice? What's up? Oh.
Is there any way to kill him by hitting him with the crane once?
Yes.
Because
There's
I
a
haven't been
trophy.
able to...
There's a trophy for it.
Okay.
I'd imagine the objective is to like do a lot of damage, and then like hit him with the crane.
Seems you like reading.
Well, it's not happening like right now, so...
Alice in Wonderland.
I killed him, which is the important bit right now.
So it's under 3 hours the S rank.
Under 3 hours and 30 minutes is the S rank for your first playthrough.
Oh yeah. I missed a spot to clean. What did I miss? Oh, I didn't finish cleaning Todd's room? What did I not clean in Todd's room? Was it like a nut rag I didn't pick up? What the fuck? Oh man. Random shit that was out of it was plot right here, y'all. This is how you know it's plot. Also, so it's nothing but fucking this whole chapter. Chapter 3 of this game spoils the ending if you pay attention. When you go to his like to the bedside, what happens is like to his nightstand across the room, his desk across the room. There is a stack of papers on that table, and one of them has to do with like children androids, but it's slightly blurred out, so you can't just see it.
I mean, there's also like in one of the magazines that you can get, there's specifically one that Connor can read that talks about child androids.
Yeah, I know,
the fact that you can get them without the LED things.
Yeah, but I'm speaking from like the first time you meet these fuckers.
Yeah.
And like you can only get that one if you there's something you specific. I think you have to push the guy as Marcus for that to unlock.
Your father said you chose my name. Kara.
Which I like to say, given
How did you choose it?
that you're just there.
You should tell me about yourself. What you like to do.
And you see it right before that happens, you can make the connection.
That would really help me.
Say it again.
I mean, given that you're like right there when you see that, like you could probably make the connection.
I hope I don't scare you.
Yeah, in that, like it's in the fact that it's in the chapter. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff. Okay. There's a lot of stuff that happens in this chapter that gives you like a lot. Like it's a lot of foreshadowing. Like there's a lot of foreshadowing. David Cage doesn't necessarily do a great job when it comes to like. Wow, I like how they had her step over that book. That's pretty cool. Alice Walker, is that her name? I have a. Those are just real people. Like those are not pictures of 3D models. Those are people on a picture that they put in the game. Is that supposed to be Todd? It might be Todd. It might actually be the guy who they modeled Todd after.
I feel like the worst part of this is going to be the Plomby section.
As long as you have something with fire on it, you're good to go.
Because given that I know the codes in that one section, I think that I can kind of like cheese that part.
lot. There's a lot in this game. You know, I'm gonna just. This isn't again. Oh, also like the fucking LEDs in their clothes. That's some space age
What are you
shit.
doing?
I'm playing.
You're playing. I know what you're thinking. You think your dad's a lowlife. Huh? Fucking loser. Can't get a job, take care of his family. Don't you think I tried to make things work? But whatever I do, when someone comes along, they just fuck it all up!
I'm not leaving that knife behind.
You hate me. You hate me, don't you? Say it! You hate me!
Todd, what the fuck is your problem? That's a good question. Cause like the kid clearly doesn't have, like I don't know if he understands this, but the androids don't have emotions. So the kid like is afraid, yeah, but she doesn't have a connection to him because they don't have like the ability to implant a person in an android, right?
No.
So the kid doesn't have a connection to him. So the kid has no idea why
He's
like
just
you're.
programmed to know that he's the caretaker and...
Yeah, that's
you know.
it. Ah, Todd's a fucking nightmare. I think I'm gonna try to leave him alive this time. Yep, I'm gonna try to leave him alive this time.